Life is hard. You know that. But sometimes it gets harder for no reason you can see. You are doing everything right. You are going to church. You are reading your Bible. You are trying to be a good person. And yet, everything seems to be falling apart. Your money is tight. Your relationships are strained. Your health is struggling. Your mind is heavy. You start to wonder, is God mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Why is he letting this happen? What if I told you that the struggle you are in right now might not be punishment? What if it is something else entirely? What if God is actually testing you? The Bible is full of stories about God testing his people. He doesn't test us because he is cruel. He doesn't test us because he forgot about us. He tests us because he loves us and wants to make us stronger. Here is what you need to know about the test you might be in right now. First, we have to understand something important. A test from God is not the same as a temptation from the enemy. James 1:13 says, "When tempted, no one should say, 'God is tempting me.' For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone." God does not tempt you to do evil. The enemy tempts you to drag you down. He wants you to fail. He wants you to sin. He wants you to give up on God. But a test is different. A test comes from God to build you up. He wants to see what is in your heart. He wants to stretch your faith. He wants to prepare you for something bigger. Think of it like this. Temptation is the enemy trying to break you. Test is God trying to make you. The enemy whispers, "Give up. God doesn't love you. Just sin. It will make you feel better." God whispers, "Trust me. I am with you. Hold on. I am doing something in you." So the first question you have to ask yourself is, who is speaking to me right now? If the voice is telling you to sin and give up, that is the enemy. If the voice is telling you to trust and hold on, that is God inviting you to pass the test. The Bible is full of examples of God testing people. He tested Abraham by asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac, Genesis 22. He tested the Israelites in the wilderness to see if they would obey his laws, Exodus 16. He tested Hezekiah to see what was really in his heart, 2 Chronicles 32. Why does God do this? He already knows everything. He knows what is in your heart. So why does he need to test you? The test is not for God's benefit. It is for yours. God tests you to show you what is really inside you. Deuteronomy 8:2 says, "Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years, to humble and test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands." God led them into the wilderness on purpose. He wanted them to see their own hearts. He wanted them to learn to depend on him. The wilderness was not a mistake. It was a classroom. If you are in a hard place right now, maybe God is leading you there on purpose. Not to hurt you, but to teach you, to show you something about yourself that you could not see when life was easy. So what is God looking for when he tests you? What is he trying to find? He is looking for faith that is real. Not just faith that sounds good on Sunday morning, but faith that holds up when the money runs out. Faith that still trusts him when the doctor gives bad news. Faith that still worships when your heart is broken. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope." The test is producing something in you. It is building perseverance. It is building character. It is building hope. You can't get those things from a book or a sermon. You only get them by walking through the fire. So how do you pass the test when you are in the middle of it? How do you make sure you come out stronger on the other side? 1. Keep trusting God. This is the hardest part. When everything is falling apart, your first instinct is to panic. Your second instinct is to take control and fix it yourself. But God is asking you to trust him. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." You don't have to understand what is happening. You just have to trust the one who does. 2. Keep obeying God. When you are being tested, it is tempting to let things slide. You stop reading your Bible. You stop praying. You stop going to church. You are tired and hurt, so you pull away. But that is exactly when you need to draw close. Keep doing the right thing, even when it feels like it isn't working. Keep praying, even when God feels far away. Keep being kind, even when people are mean to you. James 1:12 says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." Perseverance is the key. Don't quit. Keep going. 3. Remember the big picture. The test is not forever. It feels like it will never end, but it will. There is a purpose behind the pain. Joseph went through years of testing. His brothers sold him into slavery. He was falsely accused and thrown in prison. He spent years in a dungeon for something he didn't do, but God was with him the whole time. And at the right time, God lifted him up and made him second in command of Egypt. Years later, Joseph looked back and said to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Genesis 50:20. What the enemy means for evil, God can use for good. The test is not the end of your story. It is just a chapter. If you are watching this and you feel like you are drowning, hear this. God has not forgotten you. He has not abandoned you. He is not punishing you. He is testing you because he sees something in you. He sees potential. He sees strength that hasn't been uncovered yet. He sees a faith that needs to be refined like gold in the fire. Gold goes through the fire, not to be destroyed, but to be made pure. The fire burns away the impurities so that only the gold remains. Right now, God might be letting you go through the fire. It hurts, but he is with you in it. He is not going to let you burn up. He is going to let the fire burn away everything that doesn't look like him. Hold on. Trust him. Keep going. The test is hard, but the testimony on the other side will be worth it.